Okay, so we're going to start this practice in sitting. So if you'd like to come into any comfortable seated posture. And I'm actually going to be kneeling, but you don't have to. Any comfy seat. The main thing here is ideally we want to have the hips directly over the sit bones. So we don't want to be sort of rounding like that, or even the other way. If we push forwards too much like that, we want to come into a kind of neutral position here. And we want to have lots of space to breathe, primarily the diaphragm, which is here. So we're trying to sit nice and tall so that we're not restricting or collapsing in on the diaphragm. So kneeling is a particularly good one to get that. And then just the usual checks. Check that your legs, your hips are comfortable. You're sitting tall. Maybe lift up the shoulders and roll them back and down. Maybe just soften the shoulders. Check that the face is relaxed. Maybe move the jaw a little bit. Maybe blink the eyes a little bit. And then we'll start by placing one hand on the chest and the other hand on the belly. And close the eyes. And pause for a few moments. And take a scan through the body. Notice how you feel. And see if you can find any areas where you're holding tension, where you feel tightness. And see if it's possible to bring some softness into any areas like that. And then become aware of your breath. Start to breathe a little bit more deeply. And feel awareness of the hand that's on the belly. And each time you inhale, expand the belly into that hand. It's like you're receiving the belly, it's moving forwards, expands. And as you exhale, the belly softens once again. Each time you breathe in, just expanding the belly gently. Imagine you're breathing into your lower back as well. So it's a very deep breath. And then if you moisten the lips and make a gap between your lips. And we're going to do a very simple breathing exercise to relax the diaphragm. And an interesting phenomenon, I'm not sure, but phenomenon is when we sigh, we involuntarily relax and let go of the diaphragm. So we can use this as a way we can consciously sigh. Often we sigh without really thinking about it, but we can consciously sigh in order to release diaphragm. So you make a gap through your lips, take a nice deep inhale through your nose, expanding the belly. And when you exhale, just gently, softly sigh the air through the lips. Again, inhale through nose, expanding the belly. And then sighing, breath out. One deep inhale. At the end of that long breath, just let the hands rest on your thighs and your legs. Close the lips. And breathe naturally again. Breathe spontaneously, any way you like. Notice how you feel. We're going to come back to the breath in a moment quite a lot, but for now, if you just allow the breath to be free and natural, and gently lower the head. And we're going to do some simple joint rotations to begin to warm up. So you begin with a very gentle circle of the head one way. Next time, head lowers, pause, and circle the other way. Next time, head lowers, pause, and then bring the head back to neutral position. So the next one might seem a bit strange. We've got muscles in the eyes. In fact, I think the eyeball actually is a muscle, I believe. Might be wrong. It is. We're going to do circles with the eyes. So see if you can do 5 circles one way. It's like when you're a kid. 5 the other way. Maybe up and down the eyes. Side to side with the eyes. And then relax the eyes and give them a little blink to relax. And then we take the tongue and bring the tongue in front of the teeth, the top teeth, and we make a circle with the tongue. The opposite way. And then relax the tongue. We're going to now bring our attention down to the shoulders. We just do simple movements of the shoulders forwards in circles. And backwards. One shoulder forward, other one back. Same time if you can. And then opposite way. And relax. We bring the arms out in front, we give the wrists a circle one way. The opposite way. Up and down. Nice and easy, and then give the hands a little shake out. Up to the top. And out to the sides. Okay, so then we're going to warm the legs up a little bit. So you ease out your legs. Maybe give them a little rub in the beginning. And we'll do the same thing, joint rotations. If you take the legs out in front, comfy position, so palms by your sides, maybe have the fingers turning away, that's more comfy. And start by just moving the toes. You can only just see my feet and mind. Just moving the toes back and forward. Maybe give them a wriggle. And then we do circles. Opposite ways. Forward and back. And relax. If you bend your right knee, take the right foot back and support the back of the leg there. And we usually do this one with breath. We don't have to. Inhale. Bring it into flexion, exhale, extend as far as it's comfy, so the hamstrings are tight keep the knee a little bit soft. But we're going to focus on the breath quite a lot as we go through the practice. So you don't have to breathe, you can if you want to. The main thing is we've got a nice, comfortable, clean flexion extension of that knee joint. And then the next time it's extended, we do the propeller type circle. Good. Opposite way. Now we're going to keep the leg raised, let it go, and straighten the leg a bit more, and then we take a circle from the hip joint. Opposite way. And then place it down. Slide the left foot back, support back of leg. You could be inhaling as you flex, exhale, extend, or just breathing free naturally. Flexion, extension. And then the next time you're in extension, we do the propeller. Opposite way. We're going to keep the leg raised, let it go, and straighten the leg a bit so you can get a nice, smooth circle from the hip joint. It's looking good. You're all on very tiny screens, but I can just about see it. And then the opposite way. It's good, and then relax. We're then going to cross the legs, so simple Sukhasana, relaxed leg cross. If you lift up and just draw the sit bones back a bit before placing them down, it'll give you a little bit more space. And we're just going to do some really simple circles going one way. Quite nice to bring the breath in on this one, so you exhale forwards, inhale up. Next time you come up, pause, and then opposite way. Next time you come up, pause, and rest the wrists on the knees. Okay, so we're just doing really simple warming up exercises before we get to our Vinyasa Krama. We're now going to do some Kapalabhati, some dynamic breathing. And this, as I talked about last week, brings us more into an alkaline state. It also has the dual benefit of clearing out the nasal passages, so that when we do our Vinyasa Krama, and we're breathing with those long Ujjayi breaths, we can really breathe nice and clearly. So if you've got a tissue, quite handy. If you've got a block, quite handy to sit on the block. And we're going to do the standing Kriya sequence, which is on your handout that I've attached. But we're going to start it sitting down, and then we'll come up to stand. So the first exercise, we're Kapalabhati stage 1. We're basically hyperventilating, and we're pumping the breath with quite strong, fairly forceful exhalations. Inhale is there, but it's a bit more passive. And each time we do that blasting out, we quite strongly contract the abdominal muscles. So I'll just demo briefly. Like this, okay? So it's like in the morning when you're blocked up and you're trying to really clear out the nasal passages. We're just going to do 10. We're going to do them fairly strong, and we're not going to go really, really fast, okay? So, yeah, let's just do it. So deep breath in. Long exhale. And relax. Bring your right hand up into a fist. Keep the first 2 fingers into the thumb as you release the last 2 digits, Vishnu Mudra. And we're going to do the same thing through one nostril at a time. So we're going to be closing the right nostril with the thumb and blasting left. Okay, so deep breath in. It's going to be 10 pumps. Close right nostril, blasting left. Long exhale. Release. Breathe normally. See how you feel. Again, right hand, Vishnu Mudra. This time the ring finger is going to be closing left nostril as we do 10 pumps out through the right nostril. Deep breath in, bring your hand up. Closing left, blasting right. Long exhale. Release. Breathe normally. Have a blowout if you need to and relax. And the next exercise, sometimes called the steam train, we alternate. We get a rhythm and then we speed up. So I'll demo over about 20 seconds what you'll be doing over a minute. So first of all, I'm going to inhale both. I close, I blast out through one side. In that side, blast out left, and so on, like this. I then get faster. Go faster and faster. Go to your maximum speed, wherever that is, and then we gradually slow it down. And because we started on the right nostril, we always finish at the end of a long inhale through the left. We then close, draw the chin slightly back and down to Chaturanga Bandha, and we hold the breath in for a while. Now, everyone will have different speeds that they can go to. Just go at your own pace, but we'll start together, okay? And we'll get a rhythm going together. So if you sit tall, right hand Vishnu Mudra. Deep inhale, bring the hand up. Closing both, and we're going to start right. Exhale, blast out right. In right, close, blast out left. Left, close, blast right. Keep it going. Keep it going. Close the eyes. And imagine you're a steam train and you're leaving the station, so you're going to get faster. Going faster. And faster. And faster. Go as fast as you can for the next 10 seconds. Now your steam train's going to get slower. Gradually. You're heading into the next platform. It's up to you when, but the last breath is a long inhale through the left, followed by closing, chin slightly back and down, hold the breath in, Chaturanga Bandha. We then bring the chin back to neutral, release the nostrils, exhale and breathe normally. Okay, so for the next part of the sequence, we're going to come up to standing. So if you come up anywhere you like. I think most of you have done these before, but a couple of you may not have done. So I'll just go through it very briefly. We do 10 pumps like we did at the beginning. We then do a long exhale. We're coming into Simhasana, the lion's breath. So it's a long exhale followed by a deep inhale. We reach up. We're opening the chest, we're looking up a little bit, and we're going to Open the jaw really, really wide and take the tongue out like that. And we do a very strong exhale through the mouth, kind of stimulating the back of the throat as we fold forwards and down into a forward bend, like so. So I'll just demo that briefly. We inhale up. All the way down here, try and get all of the carbon dioxide, so all of the air out of the lungs. When there's nothing left, I want you to see if you can hold the breath out for as long as you comfortably can. When you need to breathe again, inhale to come up. If you feel dizzy when you come up, looking down at the floor will help, okay? Let's go for it. So hands on waist, open chest, feet are parallel, a little bit wider than hip distance. Let's do it together. We'll go for 10 pumps, just like we did at the beginning. So deep inhale. Long exhale. Now, inhale deeply, reach up. Take the tongue out. Big lion breath down. Hold the breath out. When you need to breathe again, inhale to come up. I think you've all got it. So do it one more time. This time I want you to see if you can hold the breath out for a little bit longer. And a really good tip when we're doing breath holding of any type in yoga is you can kind of trick the body a little bit. If you're coming to the end of your long hold and you feel like you need to breathe normally again, if you just swallow, don't have to swallow air, just a normal swallow. You can't breathe when you're swallowing. So the body kind of goes into swallowing mode and forgets about trying to breathe. So it's kind of a little hack that you can do. So hands on the waist. Let's see if we can hold out a bit longer. 10 pumps to start. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Deep breath in, reaching up. Take the tongue out, big lion down. All the way down. Holding the breath out. That little bit longer this time. You might be surprised. And then inhale to come up. We're going to do this. I think I've got one or two still holding. Looking good. We're going to do this one more time. And what I really like to do on this one is it's a stress releasing breath. So if you've got any pent up stress or negativity, just when you exhale, imagine you're sort of getting all that crap and throwing it out and releasing everything. Okay, let's go for it. So hands on waist, deep breath in, 10 pumps. Long exhale. Go for it. Deep inhale up. Okay, so we're now going to come into Vinyasa Krama practice. So the first lead sequence, which is all done in Tadasana. Some of you will be familiar with Vinyasa Yoga and Ashtanga Vinyasa, but you may not have practiced Vinyasa Yoga in this way. So in the traditional form, the breath is always Ujjayi, which I think you all know. I don't want to go into it in too much detail. So if anyone's not familiar, we're just very gently closing that space in the epiglottis. So the space between the vocal cords is slightly closed off. Now I'm exaggerating mine, so I hope you can hear it. So you get a kind of Darth Vader sounding breath. But when you're doing it, you want it to be only just audible. We don't want to be forcing the breath, particularly on exhalation. Okay, so there's no forced or strained breaths at all. The big difference with this traditional form of Vinyasa Yoga is the breath is much, much, much slower. Okay, and I talked about this quite a lot last week. It's a very, very good practice for improving the oxygenation in the body and bringing us into the parasympathetic nervous system. So we breathe with each movement. Each movement will take us about a count of about 7. Okay. Hopefully, if we go 7, we did 7 last week. If we go on 7 this week, if 7's too much, just do a little chat message and say it's too slow, and we'll go down to 6 or 5. It won't be actual seconds because I count a bit quicker than seconds. So hopefully, it won't be too slow for you. And the idea is that we're breathing very, very consciously, very, very slowly, and we're focusing on this idea of uniting the movement. So yoga means to unite. We're uniting the movement of the body with the movements of breath. It's a very, very powerful form of yoga. So we begin Tadasana. In Vinyasa Krama, Tadasana is done with the feet together and the palms are in. Ideally, the fingers are in too. Nice and neat to the side so that you could lift up the shoulders, roll them back and down to open the chest a little bit. Chin is slightly back and down, so there's always or most of the time, a partial Jalandhara Bandha, for those of you familiar. And we just pause there, standing nice and tall, and begin to breathe with your Ujjayi breathing. So it's slow, audible, very gently audible breaths. And this word Ujjayi, Uj means flow, to flow, kind of. It's a liberal translation, but more or less. And Jaya means triumph or victorious. So it kind of means flowing victoriously. Liberal translation, but I think it's okay. So you can see where this idea of flow yoga comes from. So you've got this flowing, victorious breath. And we're going to start by moving together with our first vinyasa. So palms are by your side. See if you can sink in with me. I'm going to inhale, slowly come up with my arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on 7, we're interlacing, pushing up. You can even hold the breath in for a pause there. And then exhale, going wide. All the way down. So at the end of the exhale, your palms are back by your sides. We're going to inhale up. Interlace for 7. Push up. Push down into the feet. Maybe hold the breath in for a moment. And then exhale, go wide. So it's very slow. Inhaling up. Pushing up. Exhale wide. Now, as the palms come in, turn the thumbs inwards. We now inhale the arms forwards and up, inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhale, going up. Exhaling down. Inhale, one more, up. Exhaling down. So I know some of you could probably go slower, but I'm trying to go at a good average for everybody. We're going to inhale wide again, up. Interlace, push up. And this time on the exhale, we're going to bend the elbows and bring the palms interlace towards the back of the head like so. As you inhale, slowly straighten up. Exhaling, bend. Inhaling up. Exhale, bend. Inhaling up. Exhaling, bend. Deep inhale, coming up. Push into the feet, lift up. We're going to release the fingers and exhale wide again. I'll stay facing this way to show you. Follow me if you can. Inhale, wide up again. Pushing up. Now this time we're going to exhale wide. We're going to bend the elbows and clasp opposite forearms. The chin, we're going to keep looking ahead. So we aren't going to throw the head back, but we are going to inhale, lean back for a subtle back bend. You're looking ahead. Exhale back to neutral. As you inhale, lean back. As you exhale, neutral. Inhale, maybe going back a bit further. Exhale, neutral. Release the palms back by your side. We're going to inhale wide up again. Interlace, push up. We're going to exhale wide. And if you can, do the same thing, but it's opposite way. If you can remember, it's a little difficult to remember. Try and get a bit more around the elbows if you can. Inhale, leaning back. If you know that your neck is happy to look up, maybe looking up, but be really cautious on the neck. We're exhaling back to neutral. Inhaling, we're going to go back again. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Release the palms back down by your side. We now have a lateral flexion of spine. Inhale, coming up again, wide stroke up. Pressing upwards. We'll go right side first. Exhale, gently leaning to right. Doesn't matter how far you can go. Inhale back to center. Exhaling, opposite way. Inhaling up. Exhaling over, push into the feet so you've got a nice stable foundation. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale. This time we're going to hold it there. We won't hold it for very many breaths, but the breaths are going to be those same really full and deep. So it's about 2 or 3. Legs are active. Pushing down into the feet. Remember, it's Ujjayi breathing throughout. We're going to inhale back to the center. And exhale, lateral flexion the other way. The legs are active. We're going to hold it again, deep breathing. As you breathe in, slowly come back. We're going to release the fingers and take a wide stroke. And you exhale back down. And you start to feel it in the shoulders. It's a bit of a workout on your shoulders. Maybe roll them back. We now have a twist. I'm going to step forward so I don't run out of space. We're going to inhale the arms halfway. Deep breath in. Reaching out into fingers. We're going to go right side first. As you exhale, twisting, turning to the right, turning the chest, maybe turning the head to look down the arm. As you inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, left side. Inhale. Exhale, right side. Inhale. Exhale, left side. Inhale. Exhale, right side. And this time we're going to hold it there. Legs are active, still breathing with those very slow, deep Ujjayi breaths. As you inhale, come back. Exhaling, slowly turning the other way. Holding it there for deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. It's hard to talk when you do this one. Now we're going to slowly inhale back to center. Now I know you want to lower your arms, just see if you can hold it there. And on your next exhale, go really, really slowly. Really slow. Oh, back down. And relax, maybe roll the shoulders back. Now the next vinyasa is quite unusual, it's quite interesting. It's combining a twist with the back bend. So I might have to turn the other way on this one. So if you can follow with me, inhale, slowly come up. Push into the feet, push into the palms. Exhale wide. Now here you've got two options. You can either, if you've got the range, you bring the palms into a namaste behind your back like so. If you don't have that available to you, then just do a clasp instead. Either of those options are good. And then on the inhale, open the chest. On your next exhale, we're going to twist, we're going to turn to the right like we did before. So turning to the right. Doesn't have to be very far. And now we're still twisting, but we're going to inhale, gently lean back a little bit. Oh, interesting. Exhale, come back from your back bend. We inhale, turn slowly back to center. Keep the palms where they are. Exhale, a twist to the left, gently. In fact, less is more on this one. Inhale, leaning back in the twist, gently. Exhale, easing off. Inhale, turning to center. Exhale to the right. As you inhale, leaning back. Exhale back. Inhaling, going to center. Exhale left. As you breathe in, leaning back. Exhale, easing off. As you inhale, come back. As you exhale, release the hands back down by your sides. We now have a forward bend. Inhale, wide up again. Interlace, push up. Now we're going to fold forwards in a half forward fold. So I want you to lift your kneecaps up, tone into your thighs as you exhale halfway, or as close to as you can. As you inhale, come up. Exhaling, going halfway. Inhaling up. Exhale, halfway. Lift up the kneecaps. You're turning into your quads, sorry, not thighs, turning into quads. Inhale up. Releasing the fingers, exhale, go wide. As you inhale, fly up again. Interlace, push up. We're going to fold forwards halfway again. Now this time release the fingers. As you inhale, we take them out wide. Exhale forwards. Inhale wide. Try and open the chest. Quite difficult this one. Exhale forwards. One more. Inhale wide. Exhale forwards. Interlace. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, go wide. Inhale, going up again. Interlace, push up. We're going to go half forward bend again. This time we're going to keep the palms as they are, and we're just going to hold it there for 2 or 3 deep breaths. As you breathe in, coming back up. Release the fingers. We're going to exhale. You're probably feeling it in the arms now. Exhale, going wide. All the way back down. And as the palms come back down, turn the thumbs in. So we're going down the body now. We're going to inhale, bring the arms forwards halfway. And we're going to do a half squat. So we're exhaling, coming down. Doesn't have to be very far. Inhaling, straightening the legs. Exhale, squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more, exhaling down. We're just going to hold it there. Take 2 or 3 really deep breaths. Now, on your next breath in, slowly straighten the legs first. And on your exhale, lower the arms back down. We go further now. Inhale, wide up with the arms. Into legs, pushing up. We're going to squat again. Exhale, coming down. So the arms are sort of alongside the ears, going a bit lower this time. Inhale to come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Final time, go as low as you can. Hold it there, just 2 or 3 deep breaths. On the next breath in, coming back up. Release the fingers. And exhale, go wide. And the last vinyasa in the sequence is a really nice one. We inhale wide up again. We're going to lift the heels as we come up. At the end of the inhale, we push up with the palms, lift the heels, so toe to palm stretch. And then exhale, floating heels and arms down together. Inhaling up. Lifting heels. Exhaling lower. Last time, inhale up. Interlace, lift the heels, and we're just going to hold it there, a few deep breaths. Toe to palm stretch. your next exhale, lower heels and arms down together at the same time. And then once the palms are back down, relax the breath, maybe roll back the shoulders, close the eyes, and notice how your body feels. Let's complete the first sequence in Tadasana. And we're going to do just a very simple passive stretch now to come down to help us to sit. So we bring the palms together, take a deep breath in, Ujjayi, and then soften the knees a little bit as you exhale, come down. And bring the hands down, your legs, could be on your shins, on your ankles, your feet, it could be the outside of your feet on the floor. And we're just going to hold it here a little while. So you can keep the knees soft if your hamstrings are tight. Or if you've got more range, then you'd be straightening the legs. But I want you to just make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your face is relaxed, the jaw is soft. We're just going to hold this one a little bit longer. We take a few deep breaths here. There's nice, long, full Ujjayi breaths. And then what I want you to do is soften the knees until you can place cupped hands down on the floor in front of your feet, slightly out to the side. So cupped hands, you can bend the knees there. And we're going to take a bit of weight into the fingers as we lift the heels to bend the knees. So we're lowering ourselves down. And come onto the fingertips. And we can either stay here or bring the palms into the chest and lift the chest so we're sat tall, sort of sat on our heels. And this is the traditional form for Utkatasana. So we're just going to hold it here, a few deep breaths. And then we're going to bring the hands back down on the floor, take them back, and carefully ease out the legs. Now, if we had more time, we would now do some, actually I think we have got time, we'll just do passive Janu Shasana. We'll do 2.5 minutes on each side, so it's good. The Vinyasa Krama is active stretching, so it's good to have a little bit of passive stretching as well. So if you bend your right knee, slide the right foot back and just open that knee out to the side. You could, if your hips are restricted, you could put a support there if you want to. Left leg is extended. I've got a bit of cramp in mine. And we're not going to do any fancy vinyasa stuff now. We're just going to bring the hands down on the floor. Inhale, open the chest, and exhale, just walking forwards. And place the hands anywhere comfy. So it could be outside the leg, could be on the shin, ankle, could be on the foot if you can reach the foot, but it really, really does not matter. So it's not about how flexible you are. Okay, so just find a posture that's nice and comfortable. And then You could keep looking ahead if you want to. It's quite nice to just gently lower the head, close the eyes, relax the jaw, relax the face. If that those left hamstrings are feeling tight, you could bend the knee, you could roll something up and put it behind the knee. You could use a strap. I've got a strap. And then we're just going to hold it here for another minute. So we're doing 2.5 minutes on each side. So nice and relaxed, deep, slow breathing. Now inhale, knees back up. Lift up the knee and slide the leg out. Slide the left foot back, take the knee out. You could put a cushion or a block under there for support. Cupped hands down, inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, just walking forwards. You can bend the knee if it feels tight. Place the hands anywhere comfortable. You could look forwards. That does help by lifting the chest so you're not arching the upper back, but it's quite nice if the shoulders are nice and relaxed to just lower the head gently, close the eyes. And we've got 2 minutes here, just breathing slowly and gently and allowing the muscles to relax. You've got another minute there. You may find as the muscles begin to let go, you may be able to go a little bit deeper. That sensation, what we call stretching, isn't actually really stretching so much as the muscles learning to relax when we're lengthening tissues. So when it's tight, the muscles are tense, and after a while, if we breathe deep, those muscles begin to relax. So it's a releasing rather than a stretching. You've got just 30 seconds. Take a few more really slow deep breaths. That's great. And we're going to inhale to come back up. As you come up, lift the knee and re-straighten the leg. If you've got a block, great. Otherwise, no worries. So we're going to sit in any comfy seats. It could be Siddhasana. This is a variation. Siddhasana is quite a good one for pranayama, or Sukhasana. Or my preferred option currently is to kneel with a cushion in there, simply because I have more space then for the diaphragm. We're going to do a little bit of pranayama, and we're going to do the 4-part breath that we looked at last week. And we've been doing about 7 or 8 seconds in, 7 or 8 seconds out. So we'll start with that. We're going to inhale for 7, hold for 7, exhale for 7, hold the breath out for 7. So sometimes called the square breath, as we are focusing on all 4 parts of the breath. So check that you're sat comfortably. Ujjayi is helpful in this. It doesn't have to be Ujjayi, but Ujjayi does help us to slow the breath down. So Ujjayi, very much welcome. So if you close your eyes and inhaling gently through both nostrils, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold your breath in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale slowly through both nostrils, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now hold the breath out. It's a little bit more difficult. 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the breath in. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Inhale. Hold breath in. Exhale. Hold breath out. Inhale. Hold the breath in. Exhale. Hold the breath out. Slowly inhale. Now hold the breath in. Exhale. Hold breath out. Inhale. Hold breath in. And exhale. Hold the breath out. Now inhale. Hold the breath in. We hold the last one in a little bit longer. And then exhale, relax, breathe normally. And see how you feel. Breath is free now, natural. And we're going to lie down for a short guided relaxation. So if you ease out your legs and lie down on the floor if you need cushions, blankets, grab whatever you need. As we're on Zoom, if you want to turn out the lights, and do turn out the lights. And you could be lying in the classic Shavasana, so the legs straight, heels are shoulder distance. Ooh. Arms at the same angle as the legs. Or if that's uncomfy, it can be quite helpful to bend the knees and lie in a semi-supine position. Or you could lie on your side, whatever feels comfy for you. And we're going to do some of these releasing breaths that we did at the beginning. This is really interesting. When we sigh the breath out, the diaphragm involuntarily lets go and releases. Okay, it can just be a soft sigh, like a whispered sigh, or if you want to, no one can hear you, you're all on mute, you could be doing a full-blown sigh of your breath out. So you relax the jaw, make a gap, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and sighing the breath out. Breathing in. Releasing out. One more time. At the end of that last exhalation, let go of the breath completely. Let the breath do whatever it wants to do now. You've been controlling it for over an hour, so you're just letting it go. Totally free, natural. And start to let go of the body. Feel awareness of your body lying on the floor. With awareness of the floor supporting you. And allow yourself to be completely supported. So surrendering to the floor. You feel the limbs becoming a little bit heavier. The head is heavy. The arms are heavy. Legs heavy. The hands and the feet feel heavy. Feel awareness of a feeling of deep relaxation coming in to your toes and moving up through the feet, softening around the ankles, relaxing the calf muscles and softening around the knees, relaxing the backs of the legs and the thighs and buttocks. And softening the hips and around the pelvis. And feel awareness of your spine. And imagine that your tailbone is uncurling, it's unraveling into the floor. And it's as if it's going deep, deep down into the earth. Releasing in the lower back. Releasing in the middle back and releasing the upper back. Shoulder blades melting into the floor. Arms heavy. And that feeling of relaxation now coming into the fingers and the palms. The wrists and the forearms, the elbows and the upper arms, the shoulders and the neck, and the head sinks back, head is heavy, Feel awareness of the crown of the head. And that feeling of relaxation coming down from the crown into the face. The brow and the forehead softening. The eyelids softening as the eyeballs sink back in the eye sockets. Softening around the eye sockets. And relaxing the jaw. Softening lips and tongue. Throat and chest. Resting in the center of the chest and feeling awareness of the whole of the body as one. And the whole of the body softening, the whole of the body relaxing, the whole body resting as one.
Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. And now start to bring awareness back into the body. Feel the floor under the body. The awareness of the arms and legs, the hands and feet, the fingers and the toes. And when you feel like moving again, perhaps start with a wriggle of fingers and the toes. Perhaps begin to move wrists and ankles, flexing, circling both ways. And then relax. Bring the legs a little bit closer and the arms a bit closer by your sides. And with a slightly deeper breath as you inhale, sweep the arms up and back behind you on the floor. And then if you point your toes, reach into your fingertips, you can take a really nice big stretch out there and a couple of deep breaths. And on an exhale, relax again. Let the limbs soften. Slide the feet back and bend the knees so that you can roll onto your right side. So the right arm becomes a pillow. And it's good to rest in the recovery position for a little while. And then when you're ready to come up, if you carefully ease yourself back up and come into a simple seated posture, cross-legged, Sukhasana, Siddhasana. And just to wake up again, bring the palms together, rub palms together so you can feel a little bit of heat and energy there. Gradually get a bit more vigorous. And then lowering the head, palm the face. Feel that heat in the eye sockets. Feel that contact of the fingers and thumbs on the head. And then run the fingers through the scalp and give the head a little bit of a massage to wake up again. All around the top of the head, the back of the head, back of the ears. Quite nice to give the ears a little tug on the earlobes, a little massage there. Coming down the neck, and chest and ribs, abdomen. Leaning forward for a little lower back rub. And relax. And just to kind of reconnect a bit more with the breath and with the spine, we bring the hands together, interlace and push away. And nice deep breath in as you lift the palms upwards. Hold it there. Feel the sit bones as you push into your palms. Maybe take a little lateral flexion, side stretch each way. Inhaling, pressing up. Exhale, going wide. And we're interlace behind the back. Pull the hands down and away. Open the chest for a couple of deep breaths. And then relax and let go. We're going to finish by bringing the palms into Anjali Mudra. So like a prayer position, palms are together, thumbs on the chest and the sternum. Shoulders are relaxed and close the eyes and draw the chin slightly back and down. So there's length in the neck. And pause there, perhaps reconnect with those conscious deep breaths now. Okay. And as we finish this practice, I'm going to invite you to join me in chanting the mantra Om together 3 times. So deep inhale. And we finish practice by bowing to one another. Hari Om.